Hello friends, I'm here today in my van and I'm weatherizing my van, and I'm realizing that, you know, this is a great time to have a man around because it's a lot of work, and men are good at stuff like this and know about this kind of stuff, and I'm just so alone without a man. So my mind started to wander and think about and ponder, why am I single? Why don't I have a man? And then I remembered, oh yeah, because my soulmate is a totally messed up, screwed up individual. And I'm so in love with this person, but they're so messed up and toxic that I just can't be with them. So this led me to go directly to YouTube, where I can usually find commisery with all things miserable. And I didn't find anything on YouTube, so I'm going to talk about it here myself. So I met this guy about 5 years ago, and he was so polite in the beginning, and he was just so sweet and like innocent, and like he was just like different. Like he was really different. Like he wasn't trying to have sex with me right away. He wasn't trying to get anything from me. He wasn't asking me for stuff. Like he was just so cool and like relaxing for me. Like I loved being around him. I looked forward to seeing him more than anybody I've ever felt that. I've never felt like this for anyone ever in my life. This is the only person that I've ever felt like, I can't wait to see this person. I'm so excited about it. And I can't wait until we're together again. And, you know, probably when I was a teenager, I felt that way, I think. But as an adult, in my adult life, I really haven't had the luxury of experiencing that kind of affection for someone. He was very normal, and like he didn't, like I said, he wasn't trying to have sex right away, which was confusing to me because I was like, don't we love each other? Don't you want to do it? You know, like it was like, that's just, it kind of shone a light on my experiences and the kind of relationships that I've had and the kind of men that I've come across and stuff, that he was like that. So he was just so patient and so everything. But I was a little anxious about the sex thing because I was like, we should have sex, you know, because we really like each other. And so I rushed it, and I rushed him, and that was my mistake. And I look back on it today, just as I'm saying it at this moment, and realizing that that's probably where we went wrong, because after that, everything changed. Like he changed. He's younger than me. And so that was already a factor, but according to him, it didn't really matter. And he had dated ladies that were older than me anyway. So I just believed him, you know, like it just didn't matter or whatever. And so after we had sex, it was like he changed, and he started to feel like he wanted me to like bend over backwards for him in a way, and it was really sad because we had established so much affection for one another and so much affinity, you know, like we have some kind of like thing together. Like we're I'm a Capricorn, he's a Cancer, you know what I mean? Like just that whole like clicking into place, like hand in glove type fit, you know what I'm saying? Like boom, like there it is, like there's nothing that can like make it whack, like it's all good, you know, that kind of fit. And so after I rushed the whole sex event, everything started to change and deteriorate, and I saw the other side of him, I saw all of the other sides of him, which he was trying to hide because he's a Cancer. And although I still really enjoyed him very much, I could see his controlling parts, and I can see his sort of inferiority complex, and there was a lot of things that I could see, and I was just like, well, that's okay, you know, he's younger than me, so I can handle it. because if someone's younger than you, you do feel like you can handle whatever they got. You know, I'm a mother, so like I can handle whatever my kids are going through, you know, and that's how I saw him in a way. Like I can handle it, you know, I can hang. So I continue to try and to give it my best shot and like put my best face forward, and you know, for the duration of the 4-year ordeal that we were in. And I can say that I'm a little slow because I'm a Capricorn, so it took a while for me to get to the point where I'm like, hey, you're not being nice anymore. Like, this isn't what I signed up for. You were really cool in the beginning and everything was perfect. But the thing that the point is, I don't want to trash talk this person. I don't want to badmouth them, and I'm not trying to, you know, like judge them or any criticism like that. What I'm trying to do is make a video about how it feels when the person that you're totally in love with, and that the person that you feel the most connection with of all time, is the first word that came is a loser. But that's not fair. That's not fair. I shouldn't say that, because that's a huge insult. So I'm not going to call it that. I'm going to say toxic. That's what I'll say. That the person that you have the most adoration for in all of the earth is toxic for you. That's the video that I'm trying to make, and that's what I want to focus on, and that's what I'm trying to stick to, because it's my experience, and I have to believe that I'm not the only one out there who's had this experience. And I'm not trying to, you know, imagine that everybody has this experience either. I don't think everybody has this experience. I think it's for the select unfortunate few who meet their soulmate and they fall in love with this person, you know, and then they find out that this person is literally toxic. Like, this person has so many issues that needs to be resolved. They need to go to therapy. They need help. They need love. You know, they were abused. They blah, 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 you know, just on and on and on. You find out the whole can of worms, you know what I mean? And some people are good at hiding this kind of stuff, you know, especially if they're born in the year of Cancer, right? Because Cancers hide under that shell. They can hide stuff from you. So you really don't know who they really are up under there. And that's what happened to me. So to this day, and it's about 2 years after the fact, because it culminated in him actually he actually stole money out of my purse, which was crazy. I have never had any man or female or child or nobody has ever violated me like that and crossed the line. Like, if you want something, just ask me for it. You know, like, I never had anyone steal from me. So that was crazy. And it made me see, like, okay, this guy is really on some other ish. He's a really different person than what I thought he was. So I have to, like, wise up and, like, you know, snap into it, like, get in touch with reality and let this go. And it was so, it was like cutting off an arm or something for me. Like, it was so hard to do, you know, like, it was just so painful for me to, like, let go of this person who I, to this day, still have so much adoration for and reflect on frequently. Although I try not to, you know what I mean? Like, I try to divert and I try to just, like, think about something else, and I meet other people who remind me of him all the time. Like, because everyone is representing an archetype, you know, in your life. So you meet other individuals who are representations of that archetype, but it's not the archetype itself. It's not the thing, you know what I mean? It's people who have those same traits and stuff. But that's, you know, still not really solving the heart issue. Like, it's been 2 years already since I said goodbye. I said, you know, I can't F with you, homie. Like, you stole money from me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's off, that's, you know, and in his mind, it was okay, because I guess his last girlfriend or whatever, he probably stole from her all the time and she forgave him. You know, that's the way it felt. Like, he actually felt like I was just gonna, like, think it was okay and, like, forgive him, you know, and that was like, okay, you know, I told myself, like, this person right here is nothing but suffering for you. Like, he's going to, you know, be this way. This is who he is, and other women have allowed this. Other women have accepted this from him, and he expects you to do the same. So you already know that's not what you want. So, you know, it's just like so cruel, you know. It's like a really cruel irony in the world, you know, that a person has to go through this. I don't know how to, I just don't know how to feel about it and what to say about it. I was looking for people online that you know, have a similar story, because I know I'm not the only one. I don't think I'm the only one, you know. I mean, all my life, the people that I've met that I consider my soulmate and that I fell in love with, they were all good to me. I never had the situation where anybody treated me badly. So I assumed that this guy was going to treat me well as well. You know, I assumed that he was going to treat me good because everybody else did that had this kind of connection with me. And, you know, he was different. And also my love and my affection and the feelings that I have for him are different as well. It was like more than I've ever had before. So I don't know what else I can say about the situation. I just want to share this story, and you know, just I keep telling myself that someday I'll get over it. Someday it's not gonna feel so painful, because it just hurts. Like, it's just like, it's like I experienced a death or something. Like, that's how it feels to me. Like someone very important is missing. That's how it feels. And you know, if you've ever experienced a death, then I'm sure, I haven't actually experienced a real death, but to me this is a death. It's the death of a huge potential, a huge amount of love and help, you know, towards one another and everything, like friendship, you know, like it's the loss of a friend. And I've lost friends for sure, not to death, but just to drama and mostly to economic reasons, because it always comes down to money, because we live in a beast system, and money tears relationships apart. Money tears people apart, you know. And that's what it's, I won't say that's what it's designed to do specifically, but that's definitely one of the main goals of having us live in a situation as we do, where our value has a dollar attached to it. You know, our value as human beings, our contribution, everything that we are, everything that we have has a dollar amount attached to it, you know. And it's not even based on who you are. It's not even based on being a good person. It's not even based on that, you know. And so, yeah, relationships struggle in a world like the one that we're in, because the world is evil. And so I'm not judging him, and I don't hate him, and I don't even blame him, because he went through hell. And so I found out later, like that he's been through some very